The stock of the day is brought to you by IG, Australia's #1 CFD provider. With over 17,000 markets and extended trading hours, turn US earnings season volatility into opportunity. Get started at IG.com.
Massive earnings day as well. We're in the middle of earnings season, so those results usually dominate our stock of the day. I thought we'd take a look today at A2 Milk. Posted 8% increase in full year profit to 167.6 million New Zealand dollars, in line with analysts' expectations, but has warned of a challenging China market. It's forecasting mid-single digit revenue growth for FY25 and a profit margin to be similar to the previous year, with growth affected by supply constraints, which the company says are expected to be resolved in the first half. It says it expects a further market value decline in the Chinese market in FY25, down 17% at the moment. I thought it was interesting as part of the statement saying number of newborns in China declined 5.6% in 2023. Now, I thought the one-child policy had gone quite a few years ago, and there would be a baby boom in China. Not the case. Zach, what did you think of the result and the outlook?
Yeah, I think it all came down to the outlook, really, David. I think mid-single digit market was expecting, depending on which consensus numbers you look at, they were expecting either 9% or 15%. So it was a sizable miss relative to expectation. I do want to highlight that, that chart exactly. The share price over the last 1 year has been up quite significantly. So any disappointing outlook was always going to get a outreach in terms of the response. But look, one thing I will highlight that overall, the company does have a little bit of a history of slightly conservative guidance, and that's not to take away from the challenges that they're experiencing. And the other thing is, so where to from here? We like A2 Milk. But when you start giving out guidance where SKUs become second half of the year, start of a new financial year, people tend to wait on the sidelines. So obviously what they've said is margins are going to be lower in the first half and they're going to improve in the second half. I think given the environment we're in, market is likely to take a wait and see. But overall, if you're in the stock for the last 12 months, you're still up. I think it's going to take a bit of time, but maybe still a good buying opportunity over the next 3 to 6 months, I think. Okay,
so you have it as a buy at Banyan Tree. Okay. David Lane at Ords, what do you think of the result and what do the analysts think of A2 Milk?
Yeah, well, as Zach said, it was this result was pretty much in line with expectations, but it was really more about the longer term forecast that the company came out with, and that was what has disappointed the market. Looks like probably about a 10% decline to consensus forecast for financial year 25 and beyond. So that was the negative in it. As you mentioned, some of the issues in China that they're facing, but then also they announced that the US business is probably not going to break even until financial year 27, whereas previously they were looking at 26. And also another business that they've got, Mataura Valley Milk, again, probably won't break even until 27 rather than 26. So they're pushing out a lot of those expectations. It is a growth company, and as you see from that share price, they've been priced as a growth company. The problem with today's announcement is they're not necessarily generating that long-term growth at the moment. So we have got a hold recommendation on it. The analyst's target price was $6.80. So prior to today, they were trading above their target price, but now it's significantly below that. So potentially we might see the analysts change their recommendation. But to be honest, I'd probably, there's an old adage of don't catch a falling knife. And I'd be wary of trying to buy on the dip in this case, because we could well see a lot of growth investors come out of the stock. So I'd probably be wary and just hold it at the moment and not necessarily be jumping in and buying.
Okay, all right. That's a judgment on A2 Milk, our stock of the day.
The stock of the day was brought to you by IG. Turn volatility into opportunity this US earnings season with extended trading hours on over 110 key US shares. Get started at IG.com.